Hi there. I'm going to keep this short without too much extra speculation. But George R. R. Martin just made his first blog post in some time about Westeros-related projects, mostly on that the Tales of Dunk and Egg second spin-off is going to start filming only 10 days from now on June 3rd. So as he says in the blog post, they're already building sets there, that we've cast most of the people in it already. There's still a few auditions that they haven't done yet, but they will. Some of this is news to me that, we only knew they cast Dunk and Egg. He now says that a lot of other cast members are also there. Expect an announcement soon. But in terms of what he's expecting for this and everything, a lot of this was repeating things I've already reported on in some other videos when they were breaking. So he goes in a little more detail. I'm going to race through them. I'm not going to bother repeating it. I'm going to link them, though. Check out my other videos on here's the filming locations, or a big one I made last week on crew members that they've hired up, directors, and what they're planning to do with that, and that they have the production designer from Raised by Wolves. All of that is nice. But the new info, as he says, we have already cast Tanselli, Steely Pate, Baelor Breakspear, Maekar, the Laughing Storm Baratheon, even a couple of the Fossaways, Aerion Brightflame, and that's a lot of people. The only ones I can really think of by name that he might just not have felt like mentioning were, like, Daeron the Drunk, his eldest brother. Maybe he just forgot to mention him. Or, like, one question this does bring up is with Sir Arlen of Pennytree. I mean, the story starts right after he dies. The opening shot is Dunk burying him by the roadside. But like how the graphic novel did this, is in a visual medium, we can compare it to the graphic novel adaptation, would still have flashbacks of him with Arlen. And in the novella itself, just through vivid narration, he'll recall in his mental POV, Sir Arlen often said this, but in the graphic novel it'll actually show Sir Arlen doing things with him, or Sir Arlen riding against Baelor a couple of years ago at a tournament. So there is a question of, is casting Sir Arlen something they really need? That Game of Thrones almost never used flashbacks. Like, as a structural element, that was one of our bigger questions, is how much of this is going to be flashback, and mostly for Season 2, like, how much of the Blackfire Rebellion are they going to just have a person describing in dialogue, like how Robert's Rebellion was treated in Game of Thrones? Or will they, like, have actual flashback scenes depicting it, which is what the graphic novel did, because you can do it better in that format? Not sure. So when you're casting Sir Arlen, is it like casting John Arryn? Are you casting someone to play a corpse? Or are they casting someone to be in flashback scenes? This isn't touched upon at all, but really beyond the scope of the blog update. But this is all to be expected, that yes, filming begins next week, 10 days from now. I'm tagging this in here, that there were one or two other little updates from the Instagram of Dexter Saul Ansel, the boy who's playing Egg, that he posted videos of, here I am at the airport, I'm arriving in Northern Ireland. One little thing that was nice from it is he has a Dunk and Egg water bottle that he copied fan art images and had them printed out and wrapped around his water bottle. So that's what they're doing on set, that they notice these things, so that's great. He's just fun all around. It's nice he's sharing this stuff. Serty made this whole video on that he shaved his head, and then after that, the crew members that are involved. The most interesting part of this blog post, though, because it's to be expected, filming is in 10 days, you talk about it, a lot of this already came out. This one paragraph here, that, quote, I hope to visit the shoot come July. That we think they're going to be filming for about 3 months, so he intends to visit Northern Ireland again in July. And when I swing by Belfast on my way to the Worldcon in Glasgow, that Martin is going to Worldcon again. The show will make its debut next year. They're aiming for late 2025. And if it does well, the Sworn Sword and the Mystery Knight will follow. That they've said we want to do one of these per year, one every 12 months, because they're short to make. So 3 sequential years. That 2025, 2026, fall of 2027, on screen will be the last of the current print novellas, the third one. By which time I hope to have finished some more Dunk and Egg stories. That the 4th and 5th one are almost finished. That I've talked about this in other videos longer. Will they have to go on a production break? Martin actually says here, I think I'll have the fourth novella, maybe the fifth, done in time that they can just keep going at that pace without having to stop to even, not that they're going to wait for the 12th one, but that it'll take longer to script out, like season 7, if they don't have a novella in hand, but just going from Martin's outlines that they give him in private. Thing is, Martin himself addresses this right at the end here, by which time, by season 3, on the Mystery Night, late 2027, I hope to have finished some more Dunk and Egg stories. Yes, after I finished The Winds of Winter.